You are all leaders. So, what are the qualities of a good leader? Number one, a good leader is visionary. When you are a leader, you should be able to see in front. You should be able to see before time. A good leader observes before time so that he or she is prepared for anything that might come. So when you are a good leader, you must be visionary. You must see far. When you see far, you can then inspire the people that are under you. But if you're not able to see far, you will be blind. So every good leader must have that visionary capacity, ability to see far, ability to discern before time. So that when the time the thing comes, it does not shake you again. You are no longer bothered because you already saw it. A good leader should carry the vision. Number two, a good leader is passionate. When you are a leader, that's why the kind of leader CSM is building, we are not building boss, but we are building leaders. Because there's a difference between you being a leader and you being a boss. And what's the difference? A boss will sit, pass order. You do so, you do so, you do so. The boss will just sit. But a leader will set the pace and then learn to motivate. You will show the example for others to follow. This is being passionate as a leader. When you are passionate as a leader, your followers will equally be passionate. But when you are not passionate, you are just doing it maybe for the money. You will see that what the people under you to be doing it for the money, and with time they will lose their motivation. So passionate is about loving what you're doing and doing it with your best effort, putting in your best effort to see the best result. So if you're here, you go down to the field every day. If you need to prove to your children that the opportunity is real, you must start by making things happen. Let them see it in you. When they see it in you, it will not be difficult for them to copy and to follow. But if they don't see it in you, it will be difficult. That's why there are some trainers in this office that when you look at the trainers, you look at their crew, it reflects. It reflects, and it will not ask you, you will not be asking that who did orientate this person, who orientate this person. From the way they behave, the way the crew behaves, you don't know this one is from this side and this one is from this side. So a good leader should be passionate or must be passionate. Number three, a good leader is creative. As an entrepreneur, one key to success is for you to always be creative. When there's a situation, you have to be creative to look for the strategy. You have to be creative to bring it. When there's a problem, you look for the solution. Creativity. When things are tight, you must come out from that situation and come out very clean. That when there's a problem, you just sit you. You are expecting the problem to change. It cannot change when you're not creative. For you to make things happen every day on the field, you must be creative. If you are not creative, you cannot make things happen. If you are not creative, you cannot attain your objective. So every good leader needs to be creative or has to be creative. Because your creativity will always influence a change and a positive change for that matter. Number four, a good leader is flexible. That's why I've always encouraged enthusiasm in this office. You can't be timid. You're like, no, that's the way we are in our family. Which family? You have come out from that family because you want to make a difference. Therefore, don't say that's how we are in our family. No, the fact that you have come out from that family and you want to make a difference, you must be flexible. You must be enthusiastic. You must be proactive. You can't be dormant as a leader. A leader has to be flexible. You can't sit on one place and expect everything. No. When you are flexible, when you are enthusiastic, you will equally find enthusiastic followers. But when you are not flexible, you are not enthusiastic, you can't find enthusiastic followers. So every good leader should be flexible. For example, when you go down to the video, you as a leader, you are flexible, but you see how your children are flexible. They even start making things happen before you, but you have already initiated the flexibility. So being flexible is not a choice, but it's a must. As a leader, you must be flexible. You can't say this is my choice, I choose to be flexible. You have chosen to be a leader, and because you have chosen to be a leader, you must be flexible if you want to succeed as a leader. Number five, inspiring. A good leader should be able to inspire others. A good leader should be able to motivate others. Inspire others with your word. Inspire others with your actions. Inspire others with a vision of the business. Because as you're standing here, if you were not inspired, you wouldn't be here today. But you are standing here today because you have been inspired. That's why you're here today. So if you need your followers to equally be inspired, you first as a leader have to carry the vision of being inspired. You have to carry it. When you carry that DNA of you being inspired, your followers will automatically be inspired. Number 6, a good leader is innovative. When there is something and you say that this thing is not going, you'll be able to change that thing and put a new one. Innovative, always bringing in new ideas, new ways of constructing a crew, new ways of constructing an office, new ways of building a dynamic crew. You must be innovative. Let's say this building is very old and they need to renovate the building and change it. Maybe they will have to change the paint, they will have to change the louvers, they will have to change the ties and all that. In the same way as a leader, when you are building your organization, you're building your crew, you're building your business, you have to look at it. This thing has been too old. This strategy has been too old. I need to be innovative to bring in another one that can boast what I do. When you have been pitching with the same strategy for too long, at the point around 2 o'clock, you look at your production, you say, I don't like my production, I want to boost my production. You must be innovative to bring in new ideas, new techniques, new approach. Those new techniques, those new approach, they will not help to do what? Boost your productivity at the end of the day. But when a good leader is courageous. If you are a leader that you have fear, bring fear to your people. When there's a problem, you are the person to bring negativity to your crew. It's not possible. As a leader, you need to carry the armor of courage. When your followers are scared, you stand as a leader and tell them, no, let's face it. Let's face it. With this issue of corona, some nurses have quit their jobs because they are scared to die. Some doctors have quit because they are scared to die. But you know what? Some other doctors have instead been successful now because they have put on the armor of courage, protect themselves and face the problem. Now they are rich. When you go down to the field, you say, you look at the personnel, I'm scared to approach this personnel. Do you think it's your trainee or your stagiaire can approach the personnel? You have already implanted fear in them and they can't do it. A leader is courageous. A leader is courageous in her words. A leader is courageous in their action. A leader is courageous even in the way they, in short, in every aspect, a leader is courageous. Number 8, a leader is imaginative. Sometimes you sit and you imagine, if this situation turn around like this, what will I do to bring it back like this? You don't just sit until when it happens, you're like, what just happened? What just happened? You have to sit, you imagine. You say something can just happen now like this, and my business will crumble. If my business crumble, can I start from square one? You start building yourself before that time. Because when that time reaches, you might not be able. Yes, as a doctor, I sit and imagine that if one day everyone in my crew has left, would I still have the vision of the business? This is what you should be thinking as a leader. As a leader, say if every day or one day the people working under me, they finally leave one day, would I still maintain my vision? I have told them times and again, I am not here today because somebody made me to be here today. I am here today because I choose to be here. I am here today because I choose to invest in my dreams. It's not somebody else that did that for me. So if one day background happen, everybody leaves, I will still maintain my vision because I carry myself here by myself. But if you allow people to carry you to the top, when you get to the top and it's time to leave you, you'll fall down. So always imagine as a leader, because the truth is that the circumstances will always happen. Circumstances will always happen, but when they happen, what is your approach? Number 8, a good leader is experimental. If you're a good leader, you must be able to carry out experiments. That's why sometimes I compare myself to other people. When it comes to business or my line of business, I experiment this other person's business. I experiment this environment. I experiment this product before bringing it. That's what I do sometimes. There are particular kind of products that you'll be like, Madam, why didn't you bring all these things? You decided to bring it and I know it will be suitable for you. That's what I do. Like now we have someone that way, everybody is making that. If I give people times, what do my people need at this time? If as a business person, a leader in business, you look at the environment, you look at the crisis, you look at the atmosphere, you look at the weather. What will my client need at this time? At this time, what will my employees, my trainees, what would they need at this time? You must always experiment the times and the season as to know what to bring in. Number 10, a good leader is initiative. You must always bring in the ideas. I think we should do like this as a good leader. I think we should do like this. I think we should apply this method right now. In order to increase your sales right now, let's do like this. In order to increase your productivity, let's do like this. In order to boost your communication, let's do like this. A leader should always initiate the change. You can't be a leader and you are dormant. You can't be a leader and you're sleeping. If you sleep, your business will sleep. If you sleep, your dreams will sleep. If you sleep, your life will sleep. As a leader, you should always initiate the change. I think this is what we should do. Even when it comes to our recruitment, sometimes I call the cabinet members. I say it is time for us to bring in another strategy into our recruitment. Because the results we have been seeing, we don't like them. We want to change our results. And if we need to change the result, I as a leader, I have to call my cabinet people. Let's sit down. At this point, this is the strategy. Okay, this is holiday period. What kind of recruitment should we launch during these holidays? Two of us. This is holiday. What kind of recruitment should we launch? This is December. What kind of recruitment should we launch? This is September. What kind of? As a leader, I always look at the times. I always look at the season. And I know, okay, at this point, this should be the change we should initiate at this time. Because these are the results we are expecting. Sometimes I didn't give them the opportunity to initiate a change. When they initiate it, they bring it. I compare to my own, then I correct it. They are the last. That's what the Bible says that when the children of Israel, they went and planted, they went and fell asleep. While they were sleeping, the wheat grow. Or we say while they were, another version of the Bible says that while the children of God were sleeping, the wicked one came and sowed a bad seed. So if you are a leader and you're sleeping, the wicked one will come and sow a bad seed. So a leader must always be at alert. Number 11. Personal power. Clap 1, clap 2, clap 3. What's personal power? What do you think is personal power? That they are not going the way you want it to go. You must stand firm. Your beliefs, your mindset, your actions all join together to bring a change. Personal effort, personal ability. There are some things that you don't want somebody else to do it for you, but you must stand and do those things. Personal power as in discipline yourself. Because there are some leaders who are not disciplined, but you expect other people to be disciplined. Personal power equally implies to things not going the way you want it to go, but you have to force it. I told you a story of 3 young men. These 3 young men, they were all given the same electric pole to carry. That the person that will carry the pole and reach, let's say, Tico or Butengene, there is maybe 10 million there for the person. But now, you carry, let's say Donna, Blandine, and Solange, they are going. Donna is very smart. He arrived my 14, the load is too heavy. He cut his own pole into 2. He goes in and enter my 15. Blandine to say, what is it? Since it's long, cut it 1/3. Throw 1/2, carry other half. Arrive second. Solange is the 3rd person with her own. She's struggling. She's struggling. She's struggling. She's struggling. Finally, she gets there. She meets Donna. Blandine that way in front. No, they never told her that there's a bridge at my 15. So Donna had to cut his own, but he never saw what was in front, cut his own. Blandine as well, cut her own. Now Solange was the last person, struggling all by herself. Personal power, personal effort, personal determination, personal finance. Sometimes as a leader, you have to invest your finance, your own personal effort to make things work the way you want it to work. At the end, when Solange got there, she met Donna. She was like, Donna, what I used to do here? Donna put the stick to cross the bridge to enter Muteng, and the stick fell inside the water can't read. Blandy put her on the same thing. But Solange was struggling up by herself. When she arrived there. She arrived late, but she was the one that came first. Because she put the pole, the length of the pole is equal to the bridge. Put the pole and then cross. It's not about who gets there first, but it's about who is doing the right thing to get there. Personal power is not about corny. It's about you doing the right thing, putting your effort, taking your time, but doing it the right way. Because there are some leaders who are not honest. There are some leaders who are not straightforward. They don't know that because I'm a leader, I can use my powers to do it. Not in that way. But how can you use your power to make your organization grow and grow in a good way, in an honest way, in a disciplined manner, based on your own personal actions and decisions? So this morning I'm encouraging everybody. As long as you say you want to be an entrepreneur, you must have these leaders these qualities as a leader. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, these are the qualities you need to carry. When you carry these qualities, even as you go down there to the field, do you know that you are a leader to the world? When you approach a person, the person sees you as their doctor. The person believes in you. The person trusts in you because the person is seeing that you are a leader. Because that person does not know what you are presenting to them at that moment, and at that moment you stand as their leader. So you must carry these qualities. And if I want to add forward or say a leader is honest, a leader is disciplined, a leader is how can I say this is not what I'm trying to do, this is what I'm trying to do for. A lot more. There are a lot of other qualities that fall under this one. A lot. Just make sure you are doing the right thing to grow your brand, to grow your business.